In our previous videos, we have dealt in detail about the buccal, lingual, mesial and distal aspects of the permanent maxillary first premolar. In this video, we will be dealing with the occlusal aspect. Watch the video till the end to understand it well. Hi, we at Denterize welcome you all to a platform where we help you to conceptualize, visualize and memorize dentistry. The first heading under the occlusal aspect of a permanent maxillary first premolar is the overall shape of the crown from this aspect. Therefore, this shape is roughly a six-sided or a hexagonal figure. Please observe the figure on the screen very carefully. If we start naming the sides of this hexagon, we first have to appreciate the buccal ridge and the lingual ridge marked in the figure in red. We discussed about these ridges in our video on the buccal and lingual aspect of this tooth. If you haven't watched that video, please do check it out with the link from the description box below. Therefore, the six sides are made up of the mesiobuccal side, which is mesial to the buccal ridge, the mesial side, the mesiolingual side, which is mesial to the lingual ridge, the distolingual side, the distal side and the distobuccal side. However, this hexagonal figure is not equilateral. The two buccal sides, that is the mesiobuccal side and the distobuccal sides, are nearly equal. The mesial side is shorter than the distal side and the mesiolingual side is shorter than the distolingual side. Please observe the figure very carefully. If we talk about the second heading, that is the gross dimensions of the crown from this aspect, we would note that the crown is wider on the buccal side than that on the lingual side, marked in the figure with the help of red arrows. Also, the buccolingual dimension of the crown is much greater than the mesiodistal dimension, marked in the figure with the purple arrow. Please observe the figure very carefully. Also, on viewing the occlusal aspect of maxillary first premolar, posing the tooth so that the line of vision is in line with the long axis of the tooth, we observe that more of the buccal surface of the crown is seen than that of the lingual surface. Please observe the figure very carefully. So far, we discussed about the gross appearance of occlusal aspect of permanent maxillary first premolar under the headings of the overall outline and the dimensions. Now let's learn about the features of this tooth very schematically so that we can memorize it in a better way and we do not tend to forget any points while presenting this tooth. For this, you need to take an extracted tooth in your hand and place the tip of explorer on the tip of buccal cusp and feel it. We will observe that the tip of the buccal cusp is not that pointed. Now move mesially over the mesiobuccal cusp ridge and then towards the mesial marginal ridge. We would observe that the angle formed between the mesiobuccal cusp ridge and the mesial marginal ridge is approximately a right angle. Now, from the mesial marginal ridge, move over the mesiolingual cusp ridge and then reach the tip of the lingual cusp. We would observe that the mesial marginal ridge and the mesiolingual cusp ridge forms a semicircular outline, that is, they are confluent with each other. Also, while moving the tip of explorer on the tip of the lingual cusp, we would observe that the tip of the lingual cusp is pointed and it is more pointed than that of the tip of the buccal cusp. Now, move distally over the distolingual cusp ridge and then towards the distal marginal ridge. Again, the distolingual cusp ridge and the distal marginal ridge are confluent with each other, forming a semicircular outline. Then, move from the distal marginal ridge over the distobuccal cusp ridge to reach the buccal cusp tip. We would observe that the angle formed between the distal marginal ridge and the distobuccal cusp ridge is an acute angle. Now let's focus on the crests of the outline we have discussed so far. Apart from the four cusp ridges, that is the mesiobuccal, mesiolingual, distobuccal and the distolingual cusp ridge, we have ridges on the buccal and the lingual aspect, that is the buccal ridge and the lingual ridge respectively. If we focus on the crest of these ridges and try to connect the crest of buccal ridge with that of the crest of lingual ridge, we would observe that the crest of buccal ridge is somewhat distal to that of the crest of lingual ridge, marked in the figure with blue line. Also, if we do the same with the mesial and the distal contact areas, we would observe that the crest of distal contact area is somewhat buccal to that of the crest of mesial contact area, marked in the figure with red line. Please observe the figure very carefully. Now that we have discussed about the crest of the buccal ridge, lingual ridge, mesial contact area and the distal contact area, let's connect them all together. We observe that the distance from the buccal crest to the mesial crest is slightly longer than the distance from the buccal crest to the distal crest marked in the figure in blue. Please observe the figure very carefully. On the contrary, the distance from the mesial crest to the lingual crest is much shorter than that of the distance from the distal crest to the lingual crest, marked in the figure in black. Please observe the figure very carefully. Now let's take up specific headings that we have to cover under occlusal aspect of permanent maxillary first premolar. Let's discuss about the ridges. We already know that a permanent maxillary first premolar has a buccal ridge on the buccal aspect, lingual ridge on the lingual aspect, the four cusp ridges that are the mesiobuccal cusp ridge, the mesiolingual cusp ridge, the distobuccal cusp ridge and the distolingual cusp ridge, and the two marginal ridges, that is the mesial marginal ridge and the distal marginal ridge. There is another variety of ridge that is present on the occlusal aspect, that is the triangular ridge. From our video on landmarks on tooth surface part 2, that is the ridges, we discussed that a triangular ridge start from the tips of cusp of premolars and molars and then descend towards the central part of the occlusal surface. Therefore, for a permanent maxillary first premolar, we have two triangular ridges, that is the buccal triangular ridge present on the buccal cusp and the lingual triangular ridge present on the lingual cusp. If we compare these two ridges, we would note that the buccal triangular ridge is more prominent as compared to the lingual triangular ridge, which is less prominent. The buccal triangular ridge arises near the center of central groove and then converges with the tip of the buccal cusp. The lingual triangular ridge also arises near the center of the central groove and then converges with the tip of the lingual cusp. Please observe the figure very carefully. It is advisable for you to feel these ridges with the help of Explorer on an extracted tooth. Now let's take up the second heading, that is the grooves. As we have already read in our video on landmarks on tooth surface part 4, a groove is a line that marks the distinction of the primary parts of the crown and the root. Therefore, studying the grooves on the occlusal surface of permanent maxillary first premolar, first of all, the occlusal surface of this tooth has no supplemental grooves in most cases. That makes the surface relatively smooth. Now let's discuss about the main grooves that are present on this surface. Starting mesial to the distal marginal ridge with the point marked in red, let's move mesially. There is a line which is present at the bottom of central sulcus of occlusal surface. This line, marked in the figure in blue, is called as the central developmental groove. If we continue mesially, this groove joins the mesial marginal developmental groove. We discussed about this mesial marginal developmental groove in our video on the mesial and distal aspect of this tooth. The link is given in the description box below. Therefore, the central developmental groove joins the mesial marginal developmental groove marked in the figure in red, crosses the mesial marginal ridge and then ends on the mesial surface of the crown. Please observe the figure very carefully. From the central developmental groove, if we move towards the mesiobuccal and the distobuccal side, we can see two collateral developmental grooves which join the central developmental groove. These are the mesiobuccal developmental groove and the distobuccal developmental groove respectively. These are marked in the figure with red. Please observe the figure very carefully. Although no supplemental grooves are present in most instances on the occlusal surface of this tooth, smooth developmental depressions may be visible radiating from the central groove, giving the occlusal surface an uneven appearance. After the groove, let's discuss about the junction of these grooves, that is the pits present on occlusal surface of permanent maxillary first premolar. Therefore, the junction of the central groove and the mesiobuccal developmental groove is marked by the mesial developmental pit, and the junction of the central groove with the distobuccal developmental groove is marked by the distal developmental pit. Please observe the figure very carefully. They are marked in yellow. After the ridges, grooves and the pits, let's discuss about the triangular fossas. If we move our explorer distal to the mesial marginal ridge and mesial to the distal marginal ridge, we would observe a triangular depression. This triangular depression present distal to the mesial marginal ridge is called as the mesial triangular fossa and it harbors the mesiobuccal developmental groove. The triangular depression which is present mesial to the distal marginal ridge is called as the distal triangular fossa. They are marked in the figure with the help of yellow triangles. So with this video, we have completed the anatomy of a permanent maxillary first premolar. We have tried to present the content in the most simplified way so that it becomes easy for you to memorize and present the content well. You can make your own notes, you can share with us, and we can share our feedbacks with you. If you like our content, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon so that you can get notified whenever we upload a new video. Suggestions are always welcome from your side. Stay tuned, stay safe. Thank you for watching.